Alright, so welcome to P Academy. So in this video, we are going to be replicating the isometric view of the diagram showing on the screen. Alright, so let's just get started immediately. Alright, so I'll just be drawing my straight line. This is line I'll be making reference to. And also, you have to also take note that in this video, I'll be making all the lines bold. But however, when you are drawing yours, take note of where you are going to be using thin lines. That's the construction lines. Exactly. So I'll be making everything bold so that it can be visible for you. Alright, so that will just be the reference line I'll be making use of in this drawing. So if you are using a drawing board and a T-square, you might not need to do this. I think it will be much more easier for you. Alright, so since it's an isometric projection, we are just going to be making it at a 30 degrees all through. Okay, so let me just try and get. So if you're using a T-square and your board is properly square, you might not need to go through this, what I'm doing. So just place your set square on your T-square and then you draw your 30-degree line. So from here. So like I said earlier, I'm just going to make all the lines bold. Okay, so that's it, 30 degrees. So from the center also, so let me just draw a perpendicular line. Okay, so now if you look at the diagram that we are having, so this is just like the rough sketch I did earlier. So let me just use this as a reference point. Alright, so we are told that the length from here to here is 42. Exactly, it's 42. And we are also told that the length from here, from this point here to this point is 30. So let's take note of those points. So that means from here to somewhere there, so let's measure 42. And then so if I'm making this the 0 points, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. So right here is the 42. So half of it is going to be 21, so that will be here. So this will be 21. Exactly. So that 21, this is it here. So this is the 21 here. And from this 21 to here is 30. So let's measure that. So this is going to be from 0, 1, 2, 3 to here to this point here. So if I should trace it down, so that means from here to here is given to be 30 millimeter. So that's 3 centimeter. So now that we've gotten those points, so what I want to do is I want to just project it upward. Let me just come up a bit. So this projection, all things being equal, they are supposed to be faint lines, but if I should make it faint now, you might not see them. So we are still going to be making use of those lines. So also we are told that the height of this drawing, that means from here to here. So if you look at the dimension, from here to here we are told is 36. All right. So that means half of it is 18, and they wrote it somewhere here on the drawing. So that's 18. So let's just measure everything. Okay. So 36 and halfway is 18. Alright, so this is the 18, and then 1, 2, 3, and then this is 36. Alright, so let's draw another faint line. at an angle of 30 degrees. So don't forget, all these lines are supposed to be faint lines. Okay. So what else? So let me extend this line. So with that we are good. So now let's link up some of those lines. So let me bring this up and then so that you can see it properly. So now we'll link this line to this line. Exactly. So these points, we'll bring them together. We'll link them up. So that's from here to here. So this line is not actually at 30 degrees. Exactly. I think somebody was making that mistake earlier. Yeah. So this, we link it to this point. Exactly. And then, so what we want to do next is this line that we've got in here, it's parallel to this line. So we have to transfer this line to this line. Now this also, this side of this drawing, which is here, we want to transfer it here. Exactly. So we're going to be doing transfer of lines. So we just need 2 square to do that. So make sure. So once you have been able to get this point like this, just slide it on the second. Just slide it on the second square. I mean set square. So from this point, so this is it here. So this is it. So next one is this line. So I can just set this T square like this. Place this just underneath it. So just slide it. So you also have to be to make sure that the lines are parallel. Okay. So with that being done, so this is more like the point of intersection here. So what I want to do now is to project some lines on this part of the drawing. So from the point of intersection here. So if you are using a T-square, you just introduce your T-square and then you place your set square, it should rest on your T-square. So I'm using my ruler in place of a T-square. So from this point here, you project this line. So which is this, I'm projecting this line, and this line. So don't forget, all these things should be faint lines. They should be faint lines. So now from the scale that the dimension that we have been given, so we are told that the length from here to here is 32 millimeter. So that means from here to here is 32, from here to here is 32. So what you can just do is you can just bring in your ruler and measure 32. So this is 32. And then so you can just measure it one after the other. You can, or you measure one and then you use your set square to draw parallel lines. It will still give you the same result. So 32 here, and then 32 here, and 32 here. Okay, so let me just, so let's do this 32 here. .32 here, and 32 here. So now if you look closely, you see that we've gotten the main drawing itself. So what is left now is to get the cylinder that we are having at the top somewhere here. So now let's do that of the cylinder. Now if you look at the parameters that you have been given, or the dimension you have been given, so the diameter is somewhere at the center, and then it's having a, the cylinder is having a diameter of 22 millimeter. So now the first thing for us is to get the center of this drawing. So if you are finding value, please give it a thumbs up. So don't forget, this particular line here represents the center for this side. So what we can do is to transfer it to the top. So I'm just trying to, okay. Okay, so from here, so all this should still be faint lines. Exactly. So then this line from here to here is 32. So that means the middle is going to be, that will be 16. So let me just measure 16. So 16 is right here. So let me just be sure that. So I just turn the set square around. So all this is still faint lines. So now this is the point of intersection. This represents the center of the cylinder that we are going to be drawing. Now we are told that if you look at it, the diameter of the cylinder, that means the top here, is 22. So what we just do is, from the center, since 22, the diameter is 22, that means the radius is going to be 11. So from the center, so you measure 11 on both sides. So this is going to be 11, and then 11. So right here, also 11, and then this is 11. Right, so what we want to do is we are going to draw, is it a kite or a rhombus? So I'm going to call it, but let's just take a look at this and see what I'm talking about. So that's just like an isometric square. Yeah, let me use that word. So you bring back, so don't forget all these things that I'm drawing, they are still faint lines. So you have something like this. So here, like this. So you turn the set square. So this is more like the base of the cylinder. All right, so I haven't done that. Now the question says the height of the cylinder is 1 centimeter. Exactly, the height is 1 centimeter. Now, but for the purpose of this drawing, I want to increase it to, let's say, 4. So let me increase it to 4 centimeter. And the reason is, if I should use 1 centimeter, considering all these thick lines, you might be confused with the lines. The lines can be very confusing. But once you are drawing yours and you make sure the lines are faint, you might not get confused. Exactly. So, but let me use, for the purpose of this tutorial, let me just use 4 centimeter so that you will not mix up the lines. Like if you look at what I'm having here now, if you don't understand it properly, you might just mix up all the lines and get confused. So let me just give it more space so that you understand it better. But it's still the same process, it's still the same concept, even if you are using 1 centimeter. Exactly. So now I haven't done that. So what I want to do is now is to project from the center, here. I'll project it by 4 centimeter. So let's do that. All right, so let me just pick a reference point that is still parallel. So just, and all this they are still faint lines. They are still faint lines. So from here also I'll project this. And from here I'll also project this. Right, so from this center here where I'm going to measure my 4 centimeter. So this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, I hope that 4 centimeter will be enough. So let me just kind of like increase the length of this just to place it. Okay, so that's 4 centimeter. So what we did here, we'll repeat the same thing here. So this. So I think there's another shortcut to this, but let's just follow this route. So this will be 11 here, 11 here, then so this is 11 here, and then 11 here. All right, so all right, so we just draw the skeleton of our cylinder. So the next thing now is to draw isometric circle at this top here, because this is the top of the cylinder. So in doing that, so let me just bring in the compass. Right, so what you are going to do is, now from this point here, after you draw this square, what you do is, from here you draw something like this, a V from the obtuse part of the angle. Exactly, you can see this. Then from here also, and then to this point here, exactly, that's an inverted V. So what you do is you bring in your compass, you place it at this point here, you extend it here, from here you draw an arc. So Same thing here from the top now. Okay, then so for now, from here, from this point here, you extend your compass to this point. You also draw the other arc here. So it will look like that. So from the same thing from this other side too. So you can see now we've gotten the top of the cylinder at that part. So we'll come to the base too. From here, we'll draw the V. And also the inverted V. As you can see. So what we did here, we want to just replicate it here, but we will not be doing this completely because we just need half of it. Alright, so from the tip of this V here, so you'll be having something like this. So it will be more visible, it will be more, it will make more sense if all the other lines are faint lines, then only the main drawing itself is the bold lines. So from here also, this time around you will just do it halfway. So you extend it to this point. So for it to touch this. So from here, so you can see I only did it halfway. So what I'm just going to do next is alright, and if it's this now, the drawing is complete. The only thing I just need to do is to add the dimensions exactly. And then, alright, so let me just do one more thing. Now you can see the reason why I said I just decided to make this 4 centimeter, because if I should use the 1 centimeter, considering the fact that I made all the line bold, you might just get confused. So let me just do one more thing. Let me just use this 2B pencil to make the drawing itself, to make it bold, so that you can be able to differentiate it a little from the other lines. All right, so I hope to some extent you've been able to understand the concept of this drawing. So if you have any question, you can just send it to me directly on WhatsApp, or you can just drop a comment on this video and I'll respond. All right, so thank you very much, guys. Not even guys, my colleagues and my everybody. We'll see in class, we'll see in DM, we'll see on status, we'll see everywhere. Bye for now. Unless I forget, shout out to Rosie, our course rep. I hope the video is clear to you, ma.